Hello students, I am Dr. Kumkum Khawas from RKDF University Ranchi. Today I am going to introduce you to the topic amino acids. Starting with the definition of amino acids are a group of organic compounds. Organic compounds are those which are composed of carbon and hydrogen. Such organic compounds contain two functional groups, amino and carboxyl. I have marked over here with green color amino group and the carboxyl group. I hope you must be knowing what are functional groups and what is an amino and carboxyl group. If you have any problem, any query, you may comment in the comment box. In other definition, amino acids are also known as the monomers of proteins. Proteins I will be discussing later once I finished off with the amino acids. This is a simple stick and ball model for amino acids which will be described later while discussing the structure of amino acids. Now, the general structure of amino acids is shown by figure 1, which is consisting of an amino group and a carboxyl group marked with the blue color. The second is the ionic structure, as it contains a negative ion and a positive ion on the amino acid structure. Hence, it is the most visible structure that exists in the biological system. R is very important over here, which is the side chain. It can be any alkyl or aryl groups with different structure, size and polarity. And R decides many of the physical property of the amino acids. Now these amino acids are alpha amino acids. Why so? Because the amino group and the carboxyl group are attached to the same carbon atom, and hence these are alpha amino acids. So all the amino acids we will be discussing over here will be alpha amino acids apart from proline, which is an amino acid as it contains a secondary amino group. In the structural part we will be discussing about it. Optical activity. Optical activity is the property shown by those compounds which can rotate the plane of polarized light either towards left or in right direction. If you have any query regarding optical activity or plane of polarized light, you may comment in the comment box. So, as we have already discussed that the alpha carbon, this central carbon atom, possesses four different groups which are shown by four different colors. Now, such carbon atoms are known as chiral carbon atom, and it is indicated by showing an asterisk over the carbon atom. So, all the amino acids are chiral in nature as they possesses four different groups apart from glycine, in which R is a hydrogen group, hence it is optically inactive. The structure of glycine we will be discussing in the structural part. So we will find that amino acids have one chiral carbon apart from isoleucine and threonine, which have two chiral carbon. This again we will be discussing in the structural part. Stereochemistry. Stereochemistry is the spatial arrangement of atoms of any molecule. So the tetrahedral arrangement of the four groups of the amino acids results into the formation of two structures, 2 and 3, which are considered as the mirror images of each other. One is the L form and the other is the R form. The absolute configuration of the amino acids which is observed, that is that for naturally occurring amino acids L configuration is observed, whose structure has been determined from the structure of glyceraldehyde. So all the naturally occurring amino acids as a whole are L alpha amino acids apart from some amino acids which exist as D amino acids in some bacteria. Now amino acids are considered as ampholytes, or they have amphoteric in nature. What does amphoteric means? Amphoteric means that at a time a molecule can possess two types of properties. Here amino acids also, since it carries an acidic group and a basic group, it can behave as an acid as well as an base. You must be knowing that according to Bronsted-Lowry concept of acid and base, an acid is a substance that can donate a proton, while base is a substance that can accept a proton. Here this group, carboxyl group, can easily donate a proton, while the basic group, NH2 group, can easily accept a proton. So as a whole, amino acids possesses amphoteric nature. One more term is very commonly heard with amino acids, that is the zwitterion or the dipolar ion. Zwitterion is a hybrid molecule which has both positive and negative ionic groups. So it has been observed that for amino acids there is a particular pH at which each amino acid possesses a positive and a negative ion, and as a whole it exists as electrically neutral, that is the net charge is zero over here, which can be seen over here. But if the pH is reduced, that is under acidic condition, it exists in a cationic form as a positive charge. But when the pH is increased, that is under basic condition, it exists in ionic form, that is having a negative charge. So as I've discussed that there is a particular pH which is specific for each amino acids. That particular pH is known as isoelectric pH, at which the amino acid exists as electrically neutral carrying no charge. So this is the zwitterion which exists as a neutral molecule at isoelectric point. One more important thing that has been observed about isoelectric point is that when we take into consideration the different ionizable groups, that is the COH group or the NH2 group associated with the amino acids, the isoelectric point for acidic amino acids has been observed at around 2 or 3, whereas for basic amino acids it is observed in the range of 8 to 10, whereas for neutral amino acids it has been observed in the region of 5 to 6.5. So what are acidic, basic or neutral amino acids? This we will discussing later when we will be discussing the classification of amino acids. So if we compile all the physical properties of amino acids, we will observe that these are colorless and crystalline in nature, mostly soluble in water as it exists as in ionic form. It possesses a very high melting point. These are optically active apart from glycine. These have L configuration. These are alpha amino acids. Apart from proline, these are amphoteric in nature and exist in ionized form. Now moving to the structure of amino acids. Now I have categorized all the amino acids based on the structure into 7 groups: A, B, C, D, E, F and G, depending upon the side groups which it is possessing. Now the IUPAC nomenclature has not been commonly accepted from amino acids, whereas the common names has been generally accepted. You may also write as the IUPAC nomenclature system, but here we have mentioned all the common names of amino acids, and a 3-letter symbol and a 1-letter code has been also mentioned over here, which was developed by the scientist Margaret Oakley Day-Off. For writing the 3-letter symbol, we consider the first 3 letters of the common names of the amino acid, and for writing the 1-letter symbol, many of the things have been taken into consideration. For example, either the first letter of the common name of the amino acid was picked up, either or the phonetic pronunciation was taken into consideration. In case of repetition of the first letter, the other letters of have been also used. So glycine, the simplest amino acids with no chiral carbon, then the aniline, then valine with 1 chiral carbon, leucine and then isoleucine. You will observe that for isoleucine the 3-letter symbol ILE has been used instead of ISO, because ISO is a very common term. Then comes amino acids with hydroxyl groups. Here we have mentioned 2 amino acids, the serine and the threonine. Again 1 chiral carbon atom. Here there are 2 chiral carbon atom shown by 2 asterisks. Then third category is the sulfur containing amino acids, cysteine and methionine, CYS-MET. Then the third category is acidic amino acids, and their amides have also been mentioned over here: aspartic acid, asparagine. Here ASP has been already used, so ASN is used. Similarly glutamic acid, GLU, glutamine, GLN. So these are the acidic amino acids, and their amides COH has been replaced by CuNH2. Here also COH has been replaced by CuNH2. The fourth category is the basic amino acids. These are lysine, arginine, histidine containing one basic group. Here also basic group is present. Here also basic group is present. So next is the amino acids with aromatic side groups. Here we have represented three amino groups: phenylalanine, tyrosine and tryptophan, PHE, TOIR. Here TRP has been used. Okay, so all these amino acids carry an aromatic groups along with it. Aromatic groups you must be knowing. Any doubt you may comment in the comment box. Then the last category is the amino acids. Here I've already said that proline is an amino acid because you can see that there is no NH2 group present over here, and a secondary amino group is present, NH is present, carrying one chiral carbon atom. So that's all for the structural part. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share and leave your comments.